Esther by Margret Beames. Chapter 1. Callum, haven't you finished stuffing your face yet? Everyone else finished ages ago. Callum slowly took his way to the last crust of his sandwich and looked at the muffin his mother had popped into his lunchbox. Shall I eat this now, or save it for later? He wondered aloud. Please, God. She knew he was only trying to wind her up. Daniel, Rain, Rick and the others had gone ahead to throw the ball about, but they couldn't start a proper game without Callum. Here the only hope was that Callum caught her eye and grinned. Okay, he said, closing his lunchbox with a sudden snap. I'll save it later. Come on, let's go. Reached the fear. Girls against boys, they ran when she saw them coming. This was fair, because although the boys could generally hit harder and throw further, Rain was a demon bowler, and this was passed in the field. The game began. They needed the practice because Brenston's school was playing college street school in 3 days' time, and for once it looked as if they had a chance of winning. But it wouldn't be easy. The boys batted first, and Ren sent down her sneakiest spinners. Daniel was out almost at once to an easy catch. Rick almost made it to third base before he too was caught. Callum sat on his feet and took a firm grip on the bat. Red swung her arm once, twice, third time, and let go. Keeping his eye on the ball, Callum stuck it an almighty whack. Ja! The boys cheered as if it flew towards the fence. Please streak after it. He snatched it up and hurled it back to base, but the batter was safely home. Liz didn't see him. She was looking towards the boundary fence under the trees, where what looked like a bundle of grubby white rags had caught her eye. Just some rubbish, she thought, but as she went closer, it moved. She bent down for a closer look and caught her breath. Hey, where did you come from? She asked softly. The little dog thumped his there on the dusty ground. As Police knelt on the grass beside him and stroked his head gently, he flattened his ears and rolled his eyes at her apologetically. She frowned as she saw the state of his feet. The pads were sore and cracked, the claws worn down to the roots. He must have been walking for days. You are exhausted, aren't you? She said. She could feel his ribs under the rough, curly coat. I'm hungry, I bet. Suddenly, she heard a cry. Please, catch it! Please! Another ball had gone sky high. There would have been plenty of time to get underneath it if she had been watching, but she wasn't. Her team screamed in frustration as she left it to fall. Here, she called, ignoring their ears. There's a poor little dog. He's hurt. A dog? The children ran up and crowded around to see. Whose dog? What's the matter with him? He hasn't got a collar on. I think he's lost, Police said. Don't crowd him. You will scare him, he said bossily. Oh, the dog suddenly didn't seem scared. Ah, yes, Billy, one girl said. Careful he doesn't bite, someone else warned. "He won't bite," said Liz confidently. "I think he is used to children." "He's probably got fleas," Fred said. "No, he hasn't," she argued, although to be honest, he looked as if he might have. "Get him some water, somebody." "I'll go," said Callum. He raced away. Daniel closed on his heels. When they returned, Callum was hugging the metal wastepaper bin from their classroom against his chest. It was full of water. Just laughed as he walked. Shoved in the front of his shirt, Daniel was carrying a plastic ice cream container to use as a ball. And Callum's lunchbox. Callum had shoved it at him, saying, "Here, bring this too." That dog took as if starving. As soon as Phil filled the ball, the dog ran and ran. Callum fill it again. Then please, bath each of the dog's feet in turn, using her handkerchief as a cloth. It was soon covered in mud, but Daniel offered his. They always had a clean handkerchief, and she continued her efforts until the little dog was starting to look almost clean. "He still looks like something out of my mom's rag bag," said Fran. "Put him on the end of a stick, and you could use him for a duster. He's beautiful. All he needs is a good brushing," protested Fleece. But Fran was groaning, "Duster, duster," to the dog, and he was wagging his tail. "I guess that's his name then," said Daniel, and somehow it seemed so to him. Callum broke his muffin into pieces and fed them to Duster. He gave him all of it, even though it was one of his favorite chocolate ones. From the way he held them down, the dog was clearly starving. Someone produced half a sandwich and someone else had a leftover biscuit. "There's enough for now, or you will make him sick," warned Liz. After all, she had found the dog, so she felt that she was responsible for it. "We'll give him more later, if he is still here," said Callum. "Everyone look at him. Well," he went on, "you have seen the sign on the gate? No dogs. And this is a school. There must be regulations. Mr. Henry, we probably call the dog ranger to come and get him." Before anyone could answer, their bell sounded for the end of lunchtime. "Don't worry, we will look after you," Miss murmured as she scooped Dusty up and carried him back to the classroom. They're talking over and just not having you. Miss Kenneth was waiting in the doorway, wondering why everyone was taking so long to come in. "What in the world have you got there?" she asked. "All right, one at a time. Felicity, you seem to be in charge, so perhaps you had better explain." Felice, with many helpful interpretations, told how she had found the dog. "And we can't let the ranger come and take him because if no one claims him, he might be put down, and he is lovely. He trusts us," she finished. The children walked. Miss Canna's face and excellent. She had a soft spot for animals, but rules were rules. "Well," Miss Canna said at last, "I suppose he could rest up for the afternoon. Then if he is still here at 3 o'clock, we'll make some inquiries. We'll phone the SPCA the animal center to see if anyone is reported a missing dog. But don't get your hopes up. Mind you, he looks as if he has been surviving in the rough for quite a while. You'd think if anyone was looking for him, they would have found him by now. Police would have sat on the ground just outside the door, and without a moment's hesitation, the dog settled on it, gave a deep sigh, and went to sleep. Daddy had put the bowl of water near him. This was the sleeping dog. In all the world there was nothing she wanted as much as a dog of her own. If only she could take Duster home, she sighed. There was no way her mother would agree. Mom was out at work all day, and anyway, there was no room for even a small dog in the other flat. She looked around at her friends. Brian and Caleb both already had dogs at home. Daniel said he liked dogs, but he couldn't live with one because they gave him asthma. Would you like him, Miss Kendall? She asked. You could bring him to school every day and we could look after him for you. Oh no, laughed Miss Kendall. My two cats would have 40 fits if I brought a dog home. No, he will have to go to the SPCA or the animal shelter. Now let's get some work done around here all through the afternoon. Children kept peeping around the door to see if Duster was all right, but he hardly moved a muscle until just before 3 o'clock. When he got to his feet, he stretched and walked stiffly to the wall. He had a long drink in as the bell rang for the end of lesson took up a position by the door. Hey, look at that! Into the land, cried Caleb. Coincidence, said Miss Kendall, but children knew better. Duster lifted one foot and wagged his tail slightly hopefully. He's asked me to come in, said Brian. Come on then, good dog. Brian, protested Miss Kendall, but Duster was in. He lived around the room, sniffing at the juror's bag and shoes and books. But if he was looking for something or someone in particular, he didn't find it. Gradually, the children left for home. Caleb had his paper round to do. Brian had to meet her little brother, and Daniel's mother was tooting impatiently from her car parked in the road. Soon, only please remain. Waiting quietly with Duster while Mrs. Cattle made some phone calls in the office. When she came back, she shook her head. No one's reported losing a dog, anything like this one, she said. The bucket fluttered, and Mr. Wills, the caretaker, came in. What's this then? He said. A stray dog, huh? No collar, no registration. I'll call the dog ranger, shall I? Oh no, Miss Wills. Please beg. Let him stay. How can he? Asked Mrs. Campbell. Be sensible and stay. But why can't he? If Duster stays here, we will find his owner, she said eagerly. We will ask around and advertise and everything. Is he where? Asked Mr. Wills. I'm sorry, said Mrs. Kendall. You have done all you can, Felicity. Now leave him with Mr. Wills and go home. That's right. You leave him with me, said Mr. Wills. He gave a wink and a secret sort of nod. I might even find him a bite to eat. There is no big rush, is there? I suppose not. And great Mrs. Kendall. Mrs. Kendall went home, but please stayed around for a while to see what Mr. Beames was going to do. There was no hurry. The mother wouldn't be home from work for ages yet. The back door key was on a string around her neck, hidden under her t-shirt. She could go home and watch TV alone, or she could sit here by Duster as he lay quietly in a patch of sun, while Mr. Will got on with his work. After a while, Mr. Will came over to them. Is still here? He asked. Isn't it time you went home, young lady? Don't need to worry about the dog. What will happen to him? I have been having a think about that, Mr. Will said. How? And what I think is, there is one thing I need. It's a bit of company. Someone to sit by the fire with me in the evening. Someone who won't argue about which channel to watch on the telly, and who doesn't mind if I grumble at the weatherman. It sounds as if a dog would just say to you, "Train, please." Well, I have sometimes thought it would be nice to have a dog, but I don't know that I have time to take it for walks, he said seriously. I could do that, said Tracy eagerly. After school and before school. Mind you, I couldn't give for ever. Mr. Wells warned her. For one thing, I always go up north to stay with my daughter in the holidays, and I couldn't take him there. How about I keep him just until you find the real owner? It will be up to the principal in the end, but for now, leave the poor little mutt here for the night. I will find him something to eat, and he won't have to go to the phone. Oh, thanks, Mr. Wills. Chris hardly knew what to say, but that seemed to be enough. As she ran home, it was as if a great weight had been lifted off her shoulders. To know that Duster was safe for at least the next few days. Duster was happy to rest by the fire in Mr. Wills' sitting room until it was time for bed. Then the caretaker fashioned him a temporary collar from one of his all-leather belts, fastened a rope to it, and settled Duster on a pile of old sacks in a sheltered corner outside the back of his house. He placed a bowl of water close by in case he was thirsty in the night. "There you are, boy," he said. "Sorry to tie you up, but we can't have you wandering off and getting lost again, or run over, can we?" Nice little animal, he thought.